What up, Doe? What it be like, man?
What up? What up? What up? What's going on? What we doing today? Hello? Hello? Yo, Mike, what's going on?
Black man.
What up? What up? What up?
Oh, I don't know. I lost you for a second there.
I know. I'm like, hey, what up? What up? What up? What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. I don't know what happened with that situation right there, but I guess it is what it is.
We are where we are. We are where we are. You know,
Yeah,
tonight's.
man. I don't know. Hmm?
I was just gonna say tonight's show will be brought to you from the roads of Indiana.
Okay, okay. Yeah, and sponsored by our merchandise store, jmpshop.com, to help support the show. I greatly appreciate it and everything like that. And hey, it is what it is. Hey man, I don't know if I know you working and whatnot. Did you catch any of the Lions game?
No, I didn't, but I heard somebody got ejected for a helmet to helmet connect.
Yeah. Hey, I can't even front. It was kind of it was jacked up. He shouldn't have did what he did. So you know what I'm saying. It
I
made it wasn't as vicious as it looked as it is, but the rules are what the rules are.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, so like you don't play football. I obviously haven't,
Right.
but I've watched football, and they clash helmets all the time. Now, once again, I didn't see what happened. I'm just going off what like some of my friends were saying. They said it was one of the most softest calls, but they didn't say softest, but they said it was one of the most softest calls ever. Um, I'm a little confused myself because you're wearing pads and helmets. Was it a like an intentional headbutt? Was it you know?
Actually, okay, what it was is it's a spear. He speared him. The thing about it is he put his head down. He put his head down, and that's what made it so bad. You know what I'm saying? Because two things can happen. He can hurt the player extremely bad, or he can actually potentially cripple himself. That's where the issue is at. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So, because if you get hit on the crown of your head with all that force and impact going on, it can actually shatter your spine.
yeah.
And you know,
Yeah. What's his name? Was actually a really good movie. Mr. Will Smith played in a movie called Concussion. Don't know if you
right?
ever saw it, but
Yeah, I saw it.
yeah, it's the movie talking about what CTE, which is um the the I don't I guess I say the disease or the yeah the disease that one catches or the after effect of one catching of like hitting their head so hard for so many times it
Yeah,
caused cranial damage to the brain, you know.
ruptures and
So
brain bleeds and everything like that. Yeah,
yeah, forgetfulness and everything else. So yeah, I like I say once again, I didn't see it. I can only hear by the opinions, but I do know if you're first of all, we know that sports of today is not like sports of back in the day, right? We all have to come to accept it, roll with it, even though it sucks sometimes. You know, I
yeah. Back in the day, you used to have leather helmets, and yeah, it was rough back in the day, man. Because you can catch it, you can elbow somebody, you can power slam somebody, and everything like that, kick them in the chest and everything. I mean, it was kind of like the Wild Wild West, and that's what made really football what football is. You know what I'm saying? It was, you can let out your brute aggression and everything like that. That's how the game was. And they doing all these rules changes and things like that to make it much safer. And also, it makes the game much weaker. Like the whole kickoff thing this year. I don't understand that you can't run down and kick the ball anymore. For I don't know if you can't get enough speed or something. I don't know what it is. I don't know what that issue is with the whole. I don't know. I don't know. The kickoff rule was kind of stupid to me. The way they changed it up and everything like that. So I can
Um,
understand why, but I just don't get it.
uh, uh, so how do you, I'm just curious. How does one kick the ball now at kickoff? Does it launch out of a launcher? Like,
No, they still kick the ball off, right?
uh,
But the two teams are like 10 yards from each other, 10, maybe 15 yards from each other now in that general area. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's in that general area that they have to run down instead of running 30 yards, 40 yards to get down where you up the top speed and you can hit somebody, you really still building up speed to get down to the person.
my
That's what
lord,
it is.
why don't you know what? Why don't we just play professional flag football? I mean, this is where it's kind of heading to.
Hey
Um,
man, if real talk, if you want to take it there, it is professional flag football. It's called a Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl ain't even a game anymore. It's grown men playing flag football.
you know, I'm gonna tell you this. I think this is the Brits' way of getting us into rugby, because rugby is a whole lot more exciting. No pads, just straight like muscled men using all their speed, power, and agility to make it to the other side and score. Yo, America might start endorsing rugby. Just saying.
Yeah, they may, but uh yeah, um, it's not a sport that I prefer. It's kind of like golf to me. I'm not going to prefer that because yeah, I'm just not. I'm sorry. I rugby cool and all, and I'm not gonna hate on anybody that plays rugby or anything like that. But for me personally, I like football. Like people say, soccer. That's not football. That's soccer. So,
No, it's food. You gotta remember, America is actually the baby here when it comes to countries, believe it or not. So we're actually the odd man out. It actually is football, but for us, our football is actually football, not soccer. But the world's football is soccer. You know, we kind of young on the table. Just you know, we have to remember that we're the kids in America. In this case, we are the kids of the world. Okay, so or
uh
we're the
huh.
kid of the so. But even still, soccer is still. I'm gonna rock with you. Soccer is for me not a sport I'll sit down and watch. I probably would sit down and watch women's softball actually over soccer. Not gonna lie.
Uh, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wind me up anytime.
Oh God. Um. No. No. I can't. I can't. It's. I, hey, it is what it is. I don't like soccer. I don't like rugby. I can mess with baseball and everything like that, but to generally sit there and say I'm finna watch this, no. You know what I'm saying? My only time I really watch that kind of game, I'm not even gonna lie about it. My god kids play soccer, so for them, for them, I watch soccer. For them, I support soccer. But other than that, I'm not gonna do it. Sorry to tell you, not gonna do it.
No, I mean everybody has their everybody has their sports. It's funny because I will not watch baseball on TV, but I will go to a baseball game. A lot more
Mhm.
fun in person. Not even not gonna lie.
I love baseball. I can watch baseball all day on TV. I can watch baseball in person and everything like that. But to sit there and I don't know, man. It's just football is my sport and it's football season, so everything else flies out the window. The shout out to the Dodgers for winning the World Series. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, yeah, it is what it is. Oh
They
yeah,
are the champions, my friends.
doing a live show right now. If y'all would like to come and get on the show, you can call right now at 313-288-0319. So if anybody want to call into the show right now, you're more than welcome to come in, call in, and join the show. We will gladly bring you on. Okay, with that being out the way, hey man, did you get the link that I sent you about oh boy the call in show that they did?
No.
Oh my man, they did like a second date update, right? You
Okay.
know, the,
Oh, I remember you telling me. Yeah, I'm all ears for this. Let's go. What's up?
look, you know Mojo in the morning in Michigan, around Detroit area. You know what I'm saying? They do the second date update. Okay, I don't know what
Okay.
state this was in, but it was in a different state. And what they did was they did a second day update to find out why this guy wasn't calling this lady back. You know what I'm saying? They didn't went home, did all what they was going to do, and everything like that. So
Mhm.
they got the guy on the phone, and he said it's on the radio station and
Yes.
whatnot,
Yes.
and everything cool, right? So he told him why he wasn't calling back, and he said because the guy used to bully him in school, so he searched
Oh,
out and found his mother, took her on a trip to Pound Town, took pictures, and said he gonna send it to her son. That's the only reason why he even went on a date with her. So
yeah.
my man was a savage for that. He went next level savage, next level savage with it, and yeah,
I
yeah.
heard about that story. I remember seeing that link. I thought you was talking about the other one. Yes. Yeah. See, this is why it does pay. Um, for my Bible heads out there, or at least those of us who grew up in the church, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. And he definitely inherited the earth that day. Okay, because yo, your level of your level of payback savagery and really just really let's just give it up to what it was. God worked in a mysterious way and he made a way for that young man. If I ever met that one young man in person, oh, I'd definitely buy him a steak dinner. I definitely would. All on me. Okay. I hope that young man hears this show, he hears this clip, and he calls me like, "Hey, you said you give me a steak dinner, yo," because
Hey dog, I'm sorry, man. I have done some scandalous stuff in my life. I done some scandalous stuff, but I have never thought about looking for one of my bully's mother, having sex with her, and taking pictures and sending it to her son.
well,
I have never
he
thought about that.
he didn't go after her he found like they just happened to be on the same dating site, and he's like, "Oh, the last name."
No, he
So
didn't. He seeked her out.
mm-mm.
he,
he found
he took.
no. He once he found her, he like they came across each other, and he recognized her last name, but he didn't find her. Like he didn't go seek her out. He found her on some Tinder, Bumble, something like that, and he realized the name. And boy, you talk about writing your own ticket. His mind began to play because let's keep it real. She can say what she wants. She literally bragged about how he was an animal in the bed, and he rocked her world. I mean, I'm pretty sure she saw all the cosmic planets and bragged about it. Just for him to say, "Yeah, I'm good. I did this to get back at your son." So, not sorry, but have a nice life. And then said, "Hey, this is the real killer part about what he said." He said, "Hey," she said, "I'm gonna send my son after." He said, "I'm ready. You come around. He come around this way. I've been waiting on him at the door." And then he said, "For the cherry on top, I took pictures, and you looked up and you liked it." So he spread his, man milk all over her face and took pictures. Yo, his level, I'm gonna tell you now, he's speaking the language of the gods. I'm gonna tell you now. He's no
Why
longer
is
speaking, he speaks
why
the
is that?
language of the gods. Why is what?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. Go
Why
ahead.
he
Speak on it.
speaks the
Speak
language
on it.
of the gods? Listen, first of all, not only did he seize an opportunity, he ran with it. This is the equivalent of what the Pilgrims did to the Indians when they got America, when they got all of Manhattan for a couple of beads. My God, and then made a country out of it. Yo, he speaks the language of the gods because we always use the term you mother." He really is a mother, okay? He really is, and I'll be honest with you, he's a hero. He's a true hero. He's a god among. He is almost, if not a god, he's a demigod amongst men, and I salute him. And this should teach all bullies, honestly, too. Like, yo, you got to be careful how you do people in life, because who you meet going up might be who you meet coming down too. That bully never thought a thousand. He never even figured in this lifetime that that would ever happen. And what made it? He made him the bottom. He made him the bottom bitch, and they're not even in prison. Like, do you know? Do you realize he's an immortal now? He's an immortal. When they look hundreds of years back on this, they're gonna be like, "My God, this man really did sleep with his bully's mother and mailed the and texted the money shot and all the pictures and said, 'I win.' My God, you couldn't even make a deal with the devil to get back at that man right now. You couldn't. He's actually gonna approach sainthood. Let's keep it real. He's a pro. He's in sainthood.
Oh man, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Oh God. Oh my God.
How much? So the real question becomes though, how much of a dick were you? What did you truly do?
Hey man, you know what?
Seriously.
It ain't really about what you did. It is about what you did. You know what I'm saying? I used to get bullied in school. I did. Till I got my weight up. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't have what TikTok, Twitter, or with all these other different spots and everything like that, where you can say, "Oh, I'm mad. I'm finna tweet about it." You know, hey, we used to get 2x4s and baseball bats to solve our problems. If you catch my drift,
And
then
that's cool.
I stop getting bullied. So
I
to
mean, that's
every,
cool too.
some people are how we say Chanel soft, Chanel cotton soft. Some people are just soft.
I'm gonna
But
say metaphorically, you use the hammer of the gods, but he spoke the language of the gods. He is transcended all, sir. I, I I could only grow up to try to be like that young man one day if that ever happened to me. But I don't even think any of I don't know if I could say any of the people that called me fat, their mom was actually hot.
it don't
They
even. You
might
know
have
what?
been,
You
but
know what? It don't matter if she hot or not. It's the principle of what you done. Because guess what? If I can catch up with one of my bully's mother, I would plug her too, just because. And you know what? I probably would stream it live on this app too. But you know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm a ruthless sob. So I'm trying not. The Lord ain't done with me yet, but I can go savagery to a whole nother level of savagery. But I try my best to stay peaceful because it's nope, nope. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not finna incriminate myself by saying something that I'll consider doing. So I'm just gonna say, revenge is a dish best served cold. Fuck.
I'm gonna say hypothetically, if
Hypothetically
I
speaking.
if a man like me was in that position, I'm pretty sure I'd do it too. And I'm gonna take a line out of from Eminem. I probably bang her with no rubber and come inside her and have a son and a little brother all at the same time and say it is not mine. Just saying. Just saying.
Hey, do you? You know what I'm saying? Standing ovation for you, my brother. But me personally, nope, not this guy. Not.
I mean, you mean to tell me you wouldn't want to?
Yeah, man. I'm
You,
just.
you mean to tell me you would hypothetically a person? You know how on cloud high you would be to turn around and be your
What I'm saying is, I'm not running up in anything wrong. That's something I don't believe. I'm not going to run up in nothing wrong. That's against my principles and what I stand for. I believe in supporting the business, independent businesses, rubber providers. So no, I'm not running nothing wrong. That's just me.
hey, do you me? Oh, I'm about to be daddy. I'm stepdaddy. Get in there and take out that trash, and now I can piece you up. And then when you get mad, guess what? Just to piss you off, where your mama at? Come here, girl. You know what time it is. Make sure he hear me through the wind, through the through the walls, from the window to the wall.
Oh, skate, 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 skate.
Make
Hey
sure your
man,
mama didn't catch her butt.
let's move on to something else, man. Let's move on to something else. Um, Tuesday coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's supposed to be the red wave.
Supposed to be the what?
They call it a red wave if the Republicans get in office. It's going to be a red wave.
Okay.
So who besides the president, you know who you voting for in all the other elections that's going on, or you gonna go with the straight ticket?
I'm going with the straight ticket. But I actually might try to check out the things that's going on like locally and like the Senate and things like that. Because as
Okay.
truth as it is, everybody, which is true, we should check on our president. But any president needs backing. So the Senate's, whoever's in the Senate and stuff, that's gonna make a really big difference. Of no matter who's in office, you can have a Democrat in office, but if your House is Republican, that it's gonna be a slow crawl, and vice versa. So, um, yeah. So I'll probably go for the straight ticket, but I might see what else is going on. Uh, try
Mhm.
to try to push some things over. But yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with this. I hate this. Definitely a no on that.
Hey man, let me ask you something. Let me,
What's up?
you know, I'm the comedian of the show, right? I'm the one that's always cracking jokes.
Okay.
How do you feel about abortions?
In what regard? Because just to
Are you a
actually see
support?
how
Are you a supporter of people getting abortions, or are you against it?
what I am for. Let me make this clear. I am for individuals who need abortions in case of rape and incest, or yeah, I'm down for that. But for those who just want to get an abortion because hey, I I threw it back to a real nigga. I didn't use any type of protection, and I'm just gonna use this as my plan B. It's just to abort. No, I'm not down for that. I'm really not.
So what's the
So
difference?
the difference is accountability. Somebody being raped or a case of incest, yo, all right, I can honestly say, all right, that that was forcible. That was that was against their will. But you choosing to just get rid of it because hey, I don't want it. But we very well knew that hey, when skin meets skin, it's gonna create more skin. We know this. That's how human beings have been getting. That's how almost every creature that has a female counterpart has been getting down for eons. We know this, and we
So,
decide to do this without any type of protection. And now it's oh, shoot, right here, we're gonna pop it open. And I need you to, I need you to grab the hanger. Nah, no, you can hold your responsibility because we knew what that was.
so let me ask you this then. You said
Okay,
of rape and incest, right?
yeah,
Okay. What if that incest was a choice to make, and they was okay with doing that, and they want to have an abortion by that?
okay. Even still, if it's a willful incest,
Uh
so
huh.
they knew that each other was brothers and sisters.
Right.
Nah, nah. Even still, I'm like, in that case, because you will have your one off like that, it should be a case to case thing. But yo, if you did this willingly, you had sex willingly, and even if it was a case that you willfully had sex with your family, which is gross, um, nah, homie, you gotta accept that responsibility and shame. Like let's keep it real. Nobody's against, and I think this is what they everything has been painted black and white. You're either for abortion or against abortion. No, what I'm for is responsibility and accountability. So, if it's a case of forcible rape and I guess I should say forcible rape and incest. And hey, he raped
What's the
his
di- what's the
daughter.
di- what's the difference between the incest part and someone just willingly say, "Hey, I just don't want this child"?
What's the difference?
Yeah. What I'm saying is, right? It's like this. I don't have a sister, so I'm gonna say this. Say if I'm taking my sister to town, right, and she get pregnant. Okay, it's okay to have an abortion because of that, right?
Okay,
And it's okay to have a abortion because of rape.
sir.
That's okay. But I'm having relations with this other young lady, and she getting up pregnant, and I say I don't want this baby. She says she don't want this baby, but you gonna tell me I'm going to have this baby? I can have a choice in one situation, but don't have a choice in another.
Well, well, actually, in both cases, you willfully took your family and willingly, in the other one, you took this girl to pound willfully. In both cases, condoms could have been used.
Both cases kind of could have been used, but in both cases, condoms wasn't used. So why is it okay for abortion in this aspect and not okay
Well,
in this one?
a lot of times that the aspect you're speaking of isn't something that's really covered. When they say rape and incest, they're talking like, hey, and it's true, let's keep it real, unfortunately. There are a lot of us walking around here who are the byproduct of two family members, a grandfather and a grandfather and mom got down, and that's why you never knew who your daddy was because he lived in the house with you. And in that type of case, that's what they mean by rape and incest. Like, hey, look, he took it from her, or hell, grandmom and son, your dad and your grandma. You're a byproduct of that, and it's a case where it was like, yo, it was definitely some coercion, it was definitely some advantages. Let's just call it a day that's just plain wrong.
So
But
go
but
ahead.
if you're willfully having sex with your family, which you really shouldn't be doing, you know,
Says who?
I mean, says who?
Says who?
Says science, my guy. Says the Bible. There's a reason why incest is frowned upon. One main reason why incest, besides it being disgusting, is because it creates birth defects,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
potentially.
Mm-hmm.
So now you can potentially bring a child into this world with a birth defect because it's the same equivalent genetically of putting two south ends together or north ends or west or east ends. You put the same ends together, the cells start rejecting one another because it's like, hey, oh no, you're a little too close. Our DNA is definitely a little bit too close, and I can't get down with this. That's why incest is wrong. Are you advocating for incest?
No, I'm gonna be clear on this. No, I do not advocate for incest. I'm trying to make a point. You know what I'm saying? So me personally, I don't believe in incest. That's nasty and disgusting. Plus, there was plenty of stories in the Bible about incest, and about especially with the whole King James thing where kings was having to keep the bloodline pure. So yeah, I know about that. So I'm not an advocate of incest. I'm gonna be clear, and I'm gonna say it again. I am not an advocate of incest. I'm just trying to make a point where when I come, that's like me coming to your house and telling you, no, you can't have, you must have this baby, and you have no choice in the matter. You're going to raise this baby.
Well, abortions, from what I understood, everybody's tripping, but it's just taken out of the federal level. It's on the state level now. So you can still, the state can decide, you can still somewhat decide that.
No,
If
they
the
making it
federal
for they.
government, at least when
Go
I
ahead.
understood, if the federal government was no longer getting involved, but the state is going to be handled from state to state level.
No, that's what it currently is now. But the male that's trying to push to become president is actually advocating to take it to a federal level where you can have abortions, period, across the board. At a state level like Texas, you can't have an abortion in the state of Texas. where if you do try to have an abortion in the state of Texas, the man can get 180 days, the woman can get 99 years, the doctor can get 99 years. So that's on the state level. And just like with the whole marijuana thing, it's still illegal on the federal level. Excuse me. That's why a lot of banks can't have, a lot of weed businesses can't have bank accounts for real, because it's still illegal on the federal level. But on a local level, it's okay. So with the whole thing about the whole abortion things, I feel like I can't come in and tell you what you can and what you can't do with your body. No one should be able to come in and tell you what you can and what you can't do with your body. So if you want to have this baby, go ahead and have this baby. If you don't want to have a baby, that's between you and your partner that you had this relationship with. So if you had an incident, you end up pregnant and you don't want to have a baby, that's on you. I'm not finna raise it. He's not finna raise it. They not finna raise it. That's you. You have it, you have it.
Okay,
You don't, you don't.
but right, but my whole deal is though, I can't say that I completely disagree with the jail time. Only in this regard, too many women. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, the state of Tennessee actually has said that they're taking steps to do mandatory DNA tests at birth. So no longer will you be able to put a dude on child support that it ain't his kid. They're gonna test at birth. And the reason that's important is because of this. A lot of people use children as a come up, as a weapon, as leverage. What they're trying to do, which I can respect the process, they're trying to stop a lot of this. They're trying to stop a lot of the get over. They're trying to get people to take accountability. I don't believe like a woman should be able to have 7 abortions um when like you knew what was gonna happen. We know what happens skin to skin. You just having them because you like banging raw. Okay. So, yo, it is her body, but here's what ends up happening. You're going to basically put a tax on the system that's already kind of being weighted down with the whole immigrant issue, right? So we have immigrants coming in. Then we got people already here that's not taking care of their responsibility, just having them all willy nilly. Yeah, there has to be some type of accountability. There has to be my whole deal. Why don't you just bang? Why don't you A, get your tubes tied? B, why don't you use condoms? C, why don't you swallow? D, why don't you take it in the Duke shoot? Like there are a whole different plethora of avenues that you can go to not have a kid. But you're gonna have a kid, get pregnant, that's your choice. But taxpayers have to turn around and a lot of that money of like not social security but like aid, social like welfare and things like that, that puts a tax and a stress already on our population. My whole deal is why are these people having kids just to be having kids when you're not ready, you're not willing, and you're not able to do so. Like that's the bullshit.
Hey, wait a minute, hold on, brother. Maybe it's me, but it seems like I'm kind of lost on what you're saying, because you making points for both sides of it. If they have a baby and they get aid from the government to help raise this child, right?
Right?
So if she have the abortion and don't have the child, she don't have to get the aid from the system. So
But
it,
she's
it, it, it
still
seems like you're walking on both sides of the fence. How is he
but
getting aid from the system to have this abortion? Which you can come up with $300. It depends on what trimester you in. 500 up to $900 to go pay for this abortion and keep it moving. No one has to know if look in my pocket, huh? Here's $500. Go ahead and take care of that. It's over and done with. You get no more assistance, no more nothing. You know what I'm saying? You take your little medication for what, 11 days or something like that, and you keep on moving with your life. You don't get no extra income, you don't get no extra checks, nothing like that. That's cool. Keep it moving. But if you had this baby and old boy done dipped out, or you decide to say, take your child, I'm gone, then he get assistance or whatever the case may be. So that's when the child is here, that's putting a strain on the system. When the child is not here, it's not putting a strain on the system. So since you brought the whole putting a strain on the system thing, that kind of don't make sense to what you're saying. But I understand the direction you're trying to go into. But having the baby here puts a strain on the system. Not having the baby here don't put a strain on the system.
Or we could just not have a baby at all. And I don't mean just abort the baby. We could just like see. This is the whole deal. A lot of people are using have, have, can, and hopefully want to, which is really fucked up, use abortions as a way to, okay, you get rid of the kid, cool, cool, cool. But my whole deal is if now if they're paying for it, fine, you pay for your abortions. In the cases of where abortions are paid for by the system, right? In those cases, and I think those are the cases that we're talking about, yeah, nah, homie, no, like you pay for this, and that's what they're trying to do is get people. I think they're trying to get people to pay for it instead of using the system to pay for it, which is where the strain comes in. Me personally,
Then if it's going to put the strain on the system, let them say, hey, I don't want this fucking baby,
that
and keep
so
it
you're
moving.
saying okay, cool. So they're gonna pay for their abortions? Then yeah, I totally rock that. But I don't believe that the system should pay for an abortion of a
No,
person that just wants to have raw sex with no type of consequence.
after everything that I've been through in my lifetime, not one government agency has ever paid for an abortion. All that came out of self pocket. So when people say that the government is paying for it to stop the government is paying for to have abortions, where? And I'm gonna speak for myself personally. I didn't pay for a few. The government ain't never cut me no check to say, hey, go ahead, pay for that abortion. And it's a radio station here, which I was having a discussion earlier. It really blows my mind that they say if you buy an ultrasound, that'll stop a person from having an abortion. And that right there, that shit don't make no sense to me. How buying an ultrasound going to stop a person from having an abortion? An ultrasound is supposed to check out the baby in different parts of the body. So some of these people just saying stuff that don't make no kind of goddamn sense.
I guess it's supposed to pull on your heartstrings. Not saying that people who have had abortions didn't go get an ultrasound. I'm pretty sure they did. Um, that sounds stupid, but I guess it's supposed to like pull on your heartstrings. And don't think of it as a fetus. Think of it as a baby. I automatically, me personally, I look at it automatically as a baby. Not a baby seal, not a baby elephant, a baby human. No, I say
You,
that because I say that
go ahead, go ahead.
because I say that because there's I gotta start getting the names of these videos I'll be watching. But there's a video out there where a lady looks like she's at a college campus and she's talking about abortion. And they're saying that you can abort because a fetus don't feel pain. It looks the same as a baby seal and a baby elephant, so therefore it's the same. It's like that's not how that works. I don't care if it looked like the baby alien, right, or predator. At the end of the day, if it's inside a human, it's a human, and therefore we should, preserve human life. So that's
I'm more
that's
of
why
a
I say
science person. I'm more of a science person until that baby takes his first breath. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of cells together. It's like a
that's
petri dish
all humans are a bunch of cells together. What do you that's all humanity.
until it becomes a human once it takes his first breath.
No, it's a human the moment it forms inside your body. So what is it just an alien substance? Come on now.
It is a
Come
foreign
on.
substance. Let's be okay. I'm being scientific about this. It is a foreign substance. When a man ejaculates in a woman, and the woman body actually try to force all of it out because it is a foreign substance in the body. That lucky few that made it to the egg to fertilize the egg, those are the lucky ones. The lucky, yeah, the lucky one. So, yeah, it's a foreign substance inside of a woman's body. So, me personally, man, look, I'm just saying, I believe in abortions. I support abortions. If you want to have sex with a million women, do you? If you get pregnant, get a million of them pregnant, do you? If all of them want to have abortions, do them. Because guess what? What you eat don't make me shit. So I can't come in your household and tell you what you can and what you can't do. I prefer you to do certain things, but if you don't, I can't make you. Like they always say, you can't bring a horse. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it. And if we want to talk biblical about certain things, it's like this. I can in the Bible it states you can bring the person to the Lord, but you can't force him to accept it. People have to accept it for themselves. That's where the issue is at. We want to force this upon you. That's why a lot of people have a problem with Christianity and people that do Christianity that you want to force me to believe the way you want me to. You want me to believe the way you want to believe. Allow me to believe the way I want to believe. If I want to go down the same road that you do, okay, cool. That became my choice. Once you take my choice away from me, of course I'm going to fight you as hard as I can on that. So you taking away my choice to have this baby or not have this baby. So you say I can't have you gotta have the baby? No, I don't want the baby now. I will discuss it with you and you come up with the proper decision for your life because guess what? It's your life, not mine. And if it's wrong, and on the day I die, to talk to St. Peter before I let inside them pearly gates, whatever the outcome is, when I get to weigh a feather up against my heart, and if I get in, cool. If I don't, I made that choice. No one's going to go to hell for me. They always say you can't go to hell for nobody. You can't go to heaven for nobody. You can only wish and pray for the best for them. So I can't force you to do this. And I don't want to force you to do it. I want you to come up with your own decision for your life. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I'm not stopping anybody either. I just also have to understand, which is what you were saying, there are consequences, but at the same time, because we value, well, a lot of us value one another most of the time. I wouldn't want to see nobody go down a road if I could help them. It sure should be their choice. But and I ain't forcing anybody, but what I am doing, I don't want, I might not want you to go to hell or I might not want you to break your neck. And so, hey, let me, yo, follow me and let me do this so straight. But hey, like you say, it's all your choice. And if you're suicidal like that, go ahead and be that. Um, and that's and that's a choice. That's your choice. But I as fed up as I am with humanity, I still try to reach my hand out to help when I can. I don't try to just write all of humanity off. You know. So
Mm-hmm.
um, that's my take on it. The issues that with it, sure, I definitely do, but I definitely will say there might be times where somebody should do it, so should abort, or should, yeah, I'll stand with that. But if you're just doing it because, hey, you got like you say a million, come on, man, we know how sex works. We knew how it worked when it went on down the line, and also there are other options. You don't have to abort You can give it up for adoption.
You
You can
wouldn't
give it to
look,
somebody.
look.
You can give it to somebody that didn't want to, who did want to have kids but couldn't. There are many of people that can't have kids or want to have kids and can't have kids. Just sign over. What's wrong with signing over your parental rights if you don't want it? Is that so fucked
Parental
up
rights.
too?
Let me ask you this then, since you said that, right?
Mhm.
And you know I got to be devil's advocate because I wouldn't be me if I didn't. So, if a woman give up parental rights, right,
Okay,
that's okay if she don't want that baby.
sure.
But if a man give up his parental rights because he don't want that baby, he still got to pay for that baby. Explain that one.
He shouldn't have to. He should not have to. I'm going to tell you our system is flawed. I will tell you that because I won't tell you now. Sign over. I tell anybody that don't want their child, sign over the parental rights and sign over and signing over parental rights is signing over everything. You have no contact with them. So if they grow up to be the next Eminem, Ice Cube, Cole, Kendrick Lamar, yo, you signed up for your parental rights, so don't come slithering back in. I will tell you that that is flawed. I will tell you it's flawed that if a man gives up his parental rights, he should have to pay. No, that woman should be like, all right, he gave up his parental rights. He ain't got to pay. That's flawed on our system. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. Because
And
look, women want
yeah, but
equality. Let's give it to them.
nah, they don't want equality. They want the. To be honest, they don't want equality. They don't.
I know they want respect, but
Nah,
since they
fuck
think,
that. Let's be honest about what they want. They want the illusion of equality. Cause it's like this. You married now. Have your wife ever said, "Look, I want to be equal to anything"?
maybe,
Okay,
maybe,
I'm gonna just say yes in general. So if a woman wants to be equal, go and pick up that 20-pound sledgehammer. Let's go bust this concrete up and lay some more concrete down. Get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, go to work. Whether it's driving a bus, fixing a plane, fixing cars, selling cars, whatever it is, building houses. If people want to be equal, cool. Let's be equal across the board. For every person that ever came at me say they want to be equal, I no longer look at them to have a gender. I look at them as a straight alien. You have no sexual organs to me. Be 100% about it. You have no sexual organs to me. Every woman to say they want equality, cool. I'm finna open the door. I'm finna walk in. Then they get an attitude talking about why you ain't holding the door. You want to be equal, right? You hold the door for me. I'm not holding the door for you. I'm not letting you cheer out. I'm not feeding you. You hungry? Huh? Let's split this bill. Get whatever you want. Make sure you're happy. I'm finna put my tip in, my 20% of what I buy. You pay for your food, then put your 20% in. And don't come back at me talking about a real man would. I am a real man. You ain't being a real woman. That's the biggest issue with it. Women always want to be equal. They want equality. They don't. They want the delusion of equality. Because if you treat them as equals, then you're not a man. A man's supposed to pay all the bills, right? A man's supposed to make sure we got a house and home, right? Okay, cool. If I do all that, what you gonna do? I'm gonna give you my presence. No, that's not how that works there. That's not how that works. When I walk through the door, if I'm taking care of the bills and all this other stuff like that, when I walk through the door, where's my slipper and my pipe and my newspaper? Where's my hot dinner? Because ain't no microwave in the house. Ain't no reheating. When I get off work and I come home, I want my food freshly cooked for me. Whether if I'm getting me a sip of cognac or me a nice soda pop out the refrigerator. If people want to be equal or if they want to go back to traditional ways, cool. And people want to talk about having going 50-50 is better than it's just having a roommate. Nah, I'm sorry, but the way the world is going nowadays, every relationship is transactional. I'm sorry, it is. We always want to know, and a lot of women is hypergamous. They always looking for the next best option. Cool. If that's what's going to make you happy, that's what's going to make you happy. If I'm not good enough, cool, no problem. If you want the next best option, cool, no problem. But as I'm right here, I'm finna get everything that I can about this situation. Then when you dip, my heart is no longer in it. And a lot of women is already pretty much out the relationship before they leave. The relationship is over 6 months before they decide to pack up and go. That's why they up and dip so easily. Then we as men, we picking the pieces up like we didn't see this coming. We're blindsided. We hurt. We sitting over our boy house complaining to him like, I don't know what happened. I was doing all I could. Oh, my life is all turned upside down. I don't know what's going on. What happened? What happened? Especially the ones that was doing nothing wrong. She just got tired. I ain't feeling it no more. Your feelings and emotions are have you all messed up. Oh, my feelings. My feelings. Oh, your feelings. When you want equality, remove the feelings part. I don't love you no more. She's okay with that. Nope. You tell a woman you don't love her no more, guess what? Her whole world is turned upside down because their ego is too big. Do I look fat in this dress? Yes, you're a fat cow. Her feelings is hurt. But you got a beer belly. You got a man bod. No, a dad bod. Our feelings just supposed to suck it up and keep going. Women don't realize that some of the stuff that they say actually destroys a man on the inside. But we so used to getting beat throughout our preschool, teen years, and young adulthood. We so used to getting abused by people in society. No one actually thinks like, okay, well, this is just how life is, and we're going to roll with it. So when we start hitting 40, 50, now we got some bankroll. Now the women that rejected us all this time, hey, how you doing? You want to go out? Now you on the decline, and we still getting better. No, when you was young, untainted, you didn't want us. You always wanted the older cat in the club. Why? Because he had money. Now I got money. Now you want me. But I'm finna go over to that young sweet thing over there. And you know what? Now these young sweet things pretty much have like maybe 200 miles on them, 300 bodies. But she's young and tight. You old and wrinkly. You're decrepit now. So I'm just saying, they want the delusion of equality. They don't really want to be equal. They don't.
Well, here's the deal, though. Talking with my wife with this, she brought something up. I think it was from tonight's conversation. Things have always been 50-50. If you look all the way back to slave times, the female slaves got fucked, had kids, and still worked the field. That's still 50-50 because the man turned around and got beat and worked the field and and still had to protect and provide too. That's still 50-50. See, the problem is that 50-50. The problem is the feminist agenda that has made 50-50 enemy. That's what it is. Because let's keep it real. Everybody has to go 50-50. Humanity is 50-50. Women carry, women can carry women have the eggs, men have the seed. One carries life, well, I guess you could say they both carry life. One can mature life and the other one can carry the seed of life. to the egg so the egg could grow. Everything's always been 50-50. The problem is the Instagram models, mainly the feminist agenda, they've turned everybody against each other. And let's keep it real. Another thing, you're always gonna have the women that will look for something the next best thing. What you have to do, you have to just peep those people out, peep those women out, and keep it moving. That's all that is. We're never gonna get rid of all of the bad. What we can do is get ourselves together so airtight mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, and financially that when somebody do come along, we can peep what they're really about. And if they're about bullshit, oh no, I'm good on that. And if they're genuine. And there's ways to tell if a person is genuine or if they BS. Because let me tell you something. When people start setting the appropriate boundaries, you set boundaries with yourself, that'll tell you everything you need to know about another person. You want to know how another person feels about you? Tell them no and see how they react. That'll tell you everything. If they turn around and be like, "Oh, this is a bull," da, 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 they disingenuous. If they say, "You know what, that's cool, I'll find a way or make a way," then okay, cool. I see what you all. You actually on doing your own thing, and that's actually the truth. That's just how it honestly goes. How it always has gone. I mean, there's no way around it. We're never gonna be able to get rid of the bad. We're never gonna be able to get away those who want to get over, because that's just the world is full of those people. But also the world is full of people that give a damn, that want to go 50-50 or 100-100 or want to be your better half. There's always that. Just like you always have your bad. So that's all you gotta, really do. No more, no less. It just sucks, and I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. A lot of times we want the ride or die chick from the Instagram model chick. That's not gonna really happen. I mean, it can, but the odds are unlikely. When you never had to work on yourself or work on developing your personal skills, your personality, yeah, I mean, let's keep it real. You're not gonna get that. I'm sorry, you're not gonna get a Beyonce. I don't even think Beyonce is cute. I don't even care. Like, I mean, I think she's straight. But like, for me, you might not get a Scarlett Johansson, honestly, that cooks and cleans. I'm not saying there's not a Scarlett Johansson, there's not a Black Widow out there from the Avengers who won't cook or clean, but there's a good possibility she might not be on that because she didn't have to, and I'm being honest with you. So we got to start looking past the physical and looking at everything else. If she can if honestly, if she can get your dick up and you can hump on it and she don't look half bad and she give you 80% of the shit, roll with it. Roll with it. And that's not settling either. That's just grading on a curve. Because nobody's gonna have 100% of what you want. And that's the honest God truth. That's the 80-20 rule. You get 80% of the shit you want out of 100, that means 20 that you can't. All right, cool. That's fine. That's still a B. Let's keep it real. You can pass the class with a B, and I'm not talking about settling. I'm like, yo, you make it pass with a B. You still can no, no, no. You
No,
still
I
can take the honor roll and the
no,
principal
I, I
award
I
with a
get you,
B.
dog. I get you. I get you. It's just what I'm saying. It's just the way you said it. It was humorous to me because what I'm saying. Like I was saying earlier, a lot of people are always constantly looking for the next upgrade, and a lot of people think that you're settling if what I'm saying, you feel that you deserve this type of life. What I'm saying. You deserve a lot of people. I'm not gonna say all, but a lot of women feel they deserve to be at this level and walk into a relationship at this level. You know what I'm saying? And they all it's the feminists do have it jacked up, but that's a multi-layered situation, and it's not just the feminists that's just women. There are also feminists that's men too, and they say a lot of things just to please a woman, so they can get the things they want. That's what a nice guy is.
No,
A nice guy. Hold on, let me say it like this. A nice guy is the ones that say everything possible to get the things they want. A good guy, or am I getting that wrong?
no, I think you got it
Maybe
right.
a good guy.
Nice guys, nice guys are gonna say what you want. Good guys are gonna tell you the truth.
Right,
And
right. And a lot of people say I'm a nice guy. No, I'm not a nice guy. I'm not going to say the thing. I used to say the right thing all the time just to get some skins. I'm straight. Either you're going to accept me 100% of who I am, or you're not going to accept me at all. And at the end of the day, I made peace with that. If I'm going to be by myself, I'm going to be by myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I'm not going to kiss your ass. I'm not going to put you on a pedestal. Because guess what? Once I put you on a pedestal, or any man put any woman or any man on a pedestal, guess what? They look down at you. You know what I'm saying? No one should be looking down upon anyone. And if they feel they need to look down upon you, then make the people you should be around or even hanging out with. And if it ain't mutual respect, guess what? I'm in the wrong circle. I'm not trying to be disrespected. Because once disrespect come in, the gloves come off. I'm not pulling no more punches. And I wouldn't give a fuck no more. I can love you with all my heart and still tell you fuck you to your face. That's me. That's how I am. That's how I'm cut. And that's how I'm bred. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. Period. I'm not gonna not say I'm not gonna fuck with you today, then start messing around with you again later on down the line. No, when I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't really talk about a lot of things and stuff that happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna straight up like this. My brother, my boy that stay out of state, he had a little issue with one of our ex associates. He's an ex to me. I don't even deal with the bro because this is my brother. You cross him, you cross me. There is no coming back from that. So he done reached out several different times, several different occasions. I don't fuck with you, player. Go your way. Do you. And I'm gonna do it in a nice way by letting you know, roll on, player. Roll on. Just be easy. Cause if you keep poking that bear, you're gonna get attacked. And I don't like wearing that orange jumpsuit. The blue and orange jumpsuit. I don't like wearing that. That's not cool for me. That's not even my color. That's not Tiger's colors. That's not my color. You know what I mean? So yeah, my bad. I kind of went off on a different direction. I'm tripping. I'm tripping.
well, I was gonna say, um, it's still all a part of the feminist agenda. But for the simps, don't don't even give them no life. If you're always gonna have dudes that do that, you're always gonna have men that want to simp. I'm not, and that's cool, right? Like I said, you just find your own tribe. I no longer try to convince anybody of anything. I just the facts are what they are. Whether you accept them or not is whether you accept them or not. If you got a simp to get something, you doing her and yourself a disservice. Because hey, truth is what it is. No more, no less. No
And you
more,
know
no
what?
less.
A lot of women, they 90% of women fall in love with a lie. They do. I used to be a good liar. That's what I tell them all the time. I tell you the truth. I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I'm broke and I ain't got no money for you. But when I look at my account, I'm good. I don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody like, oh, you give me some money, give me some money. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you. I put that little post up on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? How the chick, I was reaching out for somebody else, and I got your number and everything like that. It's like, no, I'm good. Thank you, but no, thank you. I'm not finna buy your company. I don't want your company. But you're fat. Okay. You lonely, ain't you? No, I'm not. I'm good. Thank you. So because you look okay. And be honest, half you bitches is ugly any fucking way. You know what I'm saying? You need to pay for this. Pay for what? Give me money. For what? I'm sorry, man. I don't know. Maybe it is me. Maybe I am just a cold, bitter person. Maybe I'm just evil. Possibly. But these motherfuckers ain't gonna look out for me. So why am I looking out for them? Right?
Hmm.
Just saying. Just saying. I'm just saying.
I mean, for those individuals who think that people can get over on people because of how they look. Once again, that's just clown behavior. If you're not a part of the circus, you don't perform. So that's all that is. I I never let no monkey stop no show, and I never let no monkey make me a part of the show either. So that's all that. That's just literally how that goes, man. I kid you not. Um, you know, not just and it's not even a case of bitter. I'm newly married, and I'm not gonna lie, I went through my plethora of bull to get to her. So, and when I got to her, I didn't. I'll be honest with you. When I got to my wife Lex, I had, I think we both did. She says that she didn't even feel like going on the date with me in the sense like not just because it was me. She didn't feel like going on the date with anybody, but she said, you know what, I'm gonna go because I said I would, and she had a great time with me. I had a great time with her, and now 2 years later we're married. But with me, I'll tell you, I had already took like 6 to 8, like six, I think 4 to 6 months off from dating and because I met my wife on Facebook dating, you know, and now we good. So you said I was like, you know what? I stopped caring. I just was like, yo, do you? And I think if a lot of people just reach that point of just like, hey, I was working on myself, I worked on myself, still working on myself, but I is actually an interesting. I think a lot of people want relationships, so honestly,
You breaking up, brother.
effective or broken. Honestly, and I'm not saying that hey, if you want a wife and kids or a husband and kids, that's fine. But I think a lot of people jump into relationships because they don't want to be deemed broken. It's like, damn, I know, especially with men. Okay, I'll say this: women don't want you until other people want you. Because women are competitive that way. Um, and I've been witness to it. I've experienced it. I've also seen it too. I've been a spectator and a partaker at the same time. What you call it? Women don't want you unless somebody else is in your face. And I think sometimes that breeds amongst some men, it breeds this, I gotta be in a relationship. No, you don't, man. No, you don't. You really don't. For anybody that's out there listen, if you want a relationship, because you want a relationship, have at it. But if you want a relationship just because you don't want to feel like you're broken or like you're the odd toy that's gonna get sent back to the shipper, nah, don't jump in no relationship because of that. Because relationships are work, and
Who really want to
hey,
put that work in, man? A lot of people don't want to put that work in. It's too hard. It's too much work. It's too much.
well, no, it's you know what? If you work on yourself, the relationship becomes easy. And I'm not saying that every day gonna be sunshine and rainbows and things like that, but I mean, it'll be what it'll be. It'll be kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has the most perfect relationship. Even the influencers that these women and men are trying to follow, they don't got no perfect relationships. I promise you, they don't. What they have is an image that they're presenting to you in the world. That's it. And that's all. I promise you that. I promise you that. If you actually put the work in, you'll be fine. I promise you, you will. I promise anybody, you put the work in on yourself, take the time to get to learn yourself, oh yeah, you'll do your thing. You'll be like, oh, you'll find that you enjoy taking yourself out to the movies and out to dinner and shit, just chilling. And honestly, that's when you're gonna find the bestest stuff right there. When you
Hey, that's
not
like
look.
I went and saw Venom today, man. What, man? It was a good end to the trilogy.
I'm not a Venom fan. I'm a fan of Venom, the character.
Mhm.
In the comics, I just wasn't a fan of those movies.
It was just I look at it as just a standalone entity. That's all it is. I
But
didn't
it can't.
add it to Spider Man or anything like that. It's just a movie that was entertaining. Everybody want to
You
say, oh,
have
because of the comic books and everything like that. Look, they're not following the comic books, so it's just a movie. I spent $7, oh no, $10 a day. I'm good. It was entertaining.
I mean, hey, if you was entertained, that's fine. I'm kind of an elitist, man. Like, I'm sorry. Like, his Venom is an iconic villain, and that iconic villain came with an iconic hero. Um, and yet they decided to BS it, like you say, not follow storybook plots and things like that. And that's why the comic book franchise, movie franchise is suffering horribly because they were told by what do you call that? They were told by the writers and stuff was told by the higher ups, do not read the comics. Don't read none of the source material. Now I don't know about you, Mike, but if you were putting something together, a car, a boat, mm, hell, a glass table, wouldn't you want to read the instructions so it don't come out messed up and backwards? I would. Um, these Negroes didn't, and
I
I had to
mean,
start
look,
that
dog.
route. I'm just saying, like,
I get you, dog. I get you. But at the end of the
the
day,
plot if
man,
you read the
we
instructions.
go to escape reality for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, unless it's like in game or something. You got to escape for 3.5 hours, or John Wick, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a, it's not that big of a deal, man. We
Once
just
again,
hit. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was watching Screen Crush, right? And they was talking about one of them Star Wars joints, whatever it is,
oh
Apocalypse or some other
yeah,
something.
yeah.
And I made a comment like, only thing I really watched from Star Wars is Bad Batch and The Mandalorian. And you know what? I'm not even a big fan of The Mandalorian. I like The Mandalorian because it's like an old Western type deal. You know what I'm saying? That's what my grandfather used to watch Western. So I'm like, okay, I'll check it out because of that aspect. But other than that, I had made that comment like the best thing was Mandalorian and Bad Batch. And a lot of people start commenting talking about you mad because you against women. What women got to do with it? I don't care if it's a good story, it's a good story. It don't matter if it's a man starring in it or a woman starring in it. I don't care. Like Prey. Okay, it didn't have Arnold in it. Well, it's about the predator and the lady. Okay, it was a good movie.
What movie?
Prey. It's a predator
Oh,
movie.
Prey. Yeah,
Yeah.
Prey. Yeah, Prey.
And you know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
lot of people got this thing is men versus women. Like we had the discussion last time about man versus bear. You know what I'm saying? Which one is more dangerous with a woman? And everybody kept saying the man. But at the end of the day, if y'all feel that way, cool. Don't get a man. Get you a woman. Let them feed you and protect you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know for a fact there's a lot of women out here that don't. And it's not like I'm trying to take shots at women. I really ain't. I really am not. But it's just what it is. It's not all women either. It's just the loud ones that drives you up the wall. Like, what is your real beef with men? Have you been done so wrong by that one guy that everyone is the problem? If you want to sit down and talk about it, we can. If you need a hug, I give you a hug. You know what I'm saying? You want to get some crayons and draw some pictures? Okay, we can talk about it. But at the end of the day, if I'm like this, if my woman need to see a therapist, I am not her therapist. I'm a man. If my woman need to find a therapist, go find you a therapist. Because if I become your therapist, I'm no longer your man. I'm not going to mix the two together. We can discuss about a lot of things, but discuss about all these deep issues that you have deep down rooted in you. If you want to discuss on how you want to fix them, certain aspects of it, okay, cool, we can talk about. But I'm not finna be your therapist. You're not finna dump all your problems down on me because then you're gonna start looking at me different, like, oh, Mike. No, I'm your tree in the storm. I'll stand by you 110%. I got you. Get up under my arm. I got the umbrella. Let's get this. And a lot of women want to look at us as just, we don't protect, we don't provide. Step out of the way. Women don't even realize, a lot of times women don't even realize they self-sabotage their own self. They self-sabotage their own happiness. Get out your own way and just be happy for a minute. If you decide to say, hey, look, let me try to follow your lead. And if it don't work, cool. You don't work, go. But don't stay in a situation where it's not working. He's not trying, but you want him to try, and he's not. And he constantly keeps showing that he's not. It's not like he's trying. He's trying, but not accomplishing anything. That's a man that's trying. They'll stick by them because he gonna get it right. The ones that's not trying, but the ones that's trying and keep losing, they complain and nag them to death.
Well, a lot of that goes back to what I said earlier. A lot of time, that's that 80-20 rule. A lot of time, and I've said this before on this show, a lot of women, actually a lot of people, men and women, are gonna miss out on what they need because they're looking for what they need is something that isn't for them. A lot of people are gonna miss out because what they need isn't wrapped in the body in the body of what they want. You know, a lot of us right now could probably be 10,000aires, 100,000aires, and millionaires. But problem is what you need, men and women. You know, you want Shamar Moore, you want Morris Chestnut. All right, but what if like your partner, what you need is like Keenan Thompson? You know what I'm saying? What if the partner you need is cast member number two, right? Not even the main star, like an extra, right? But what if that extra is all is what you need for the life you envision for yourself? But you're envisioning, you know, the Shaman Morris or Morris Chestnut. You're not envisioning the, Keenan Thompsons and people like that. And as I think from men, you trying to have like baddest shit, you know, physically, but mentally she's crap. She's nothing to you, you know. I
Hey
mean,
man, let me tell you something, and I won't have to end it on this note. You know what I'm saying? Because you know it's getting that time. About 20, about 20 something years ago, I was talking to this young lady. You know what I'm saying? Everything was going cool and everything like that. But you know what she said to me? And this is what kind of pushed me in the direction I am now. She says, "You don't have the body that I want. You don't excite me. You don't make me happy." And I said, "Okay." I didn't get upset. I didn't get mad. I just said, "Okay." And we went our separate ways. I said about 5 years after that, I ran into her again, and we were sitting there talking. And you know, she broke down crying on me and everything like that, talking about I made a mistake losing you and everything like that. I'm like, well, hey, we all make our own choices and everything like that, but you know, I still had the same body. So how why are you upset that you felt that you made the wrong decision? Because I went out to the streets. She didn't say it like that, but you know, I'm saying it like that. She said she went out there and messed around with the guys with the perfect body and everything like that. And she got to take that Magic Johnson medication because she caught those three letters. Because she wanted that guy with that perfect body, but guess what? That guy with that perfect body was running up in everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
nigga had the perfect disease too, huh?
pretty much. And I'm just saying, a lot of women they don't realize that the ones they constantly keep going after, guess what? You ain't the only one he going after.
Well,
So
that's what I say, men and hold on, us fellas do the same thing too. And I'm not because I'm getting on both sides here. We gotta stop that. Like, see, that's the problem. We're looking at the physical. That physical can fade, or you can tighten up. I can lose weight or gain weight. I can like right now. I look the way I look, but hey, give me 6 months. No TikTok, no social media, no nothing. Just exercise and drink water and eat protein, eat fruit. Yo, I could literally lose the weight and do your thing. But that's a physical change. That's not gonna change me. I'm still the I'm still the responsible, ever loving big kid I was before as I am now when I lose the weight and do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be like, hey, right here, let me get these Transformer toy combiners. I'm about to combine them all into one. That's still me. I'm still the hey, I want that SRT Durango or the TRX uh Ram, you know what I'm saying? That's still me. All that physical stuff though, oh, you're not tall enough, maybe the height I can't change, but the weight I can, but that's all physical. I was just looking at somebody today, an actor. I was looking at them and I'm like, I'm catching up on. I watched Chicago Med, so I'm catching up on the episodes. And literally in one season, the chick was average. Now she'd have lost a lot of weight and looks emaciated. But it's like, yo, that's as I say, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So, yeah, that's why people, men and women, have to stop doing that. Because, like you say, old girl cat caught the magical letters, and I pray for her soul and what you
I
call it.
don't.
And,
I don't.
and
I have no. I don't. I don't get.
I,
You know what? You know what? You know what? You want to run out here? I'm like this. You want to run out here and get banged up raw? Guess what? You caught them letters? Oh fucking well. Oh fucking well. Take your medicine. You can have a good life. It ain't like it was back in the day where you knew you got that ticket you out of here. But now you can take the medicine, live your life. Do you?
yeah, but that's always, no matter what medicine they come up with, it's always going to be a death sentence until they finally release the cure, because they have the cure for it. So, you know, that's not saying pray for it, because it's gonna suck, and you definitely limit yourself. That's all, man. That's all for my take, man. We ready to wrap it up?
Hey, one more thing. One more thing. One more thing.
Sure.
Um, I had one more. It just kind of just slipped me just now. Um, you had said something, and it caught me off guard. I was going to say something. I don't know. I don't know. Forget it. I guess it'll come to me. But yeah. Anyway, I want to thank everybody that tuned in, listened to the show. I greatly appreciate y'all. Oh snap! Oh snap! No. Hold on. I forgot. I gotta find some music. I ain't got my music. There we go. I couldn't find my music I wanted to play. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was thinking about and everything like that. So, uh, yeah. Now I remember what I was saying. Somebody said because I'm going through the whole weight loss surgery situation thing, right? And they said I already have an attitude where I'm cocky and arrogant, and if I lose all this weight and everything like that, I'm gonna be horrible. I'm like, how am I gonna be horrible? You know what I'm saying? My attitude is still gonna be the same. The people that I love, I'm still gonna love them regardless. You know what I'm saying? Black men don't cheat. You know what I'm saying? And everything like that. So I don't know. I don't see me changing that. The only thing I'm gonna change is probably my underwear. You know what I'm saying? I have to get some smaller sizes and stuff like that. But you know, that comes with the territory. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. That's all I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to say. And I got it. All right. Now it's on you, brother. You got any shots outs you want to give out there?
Shout out to my wife, because we're still the newlyweds. Everybody just keep her and keep us and her in your prayers. We got some things going on, and I'm not at full liberty to say, but just keep us in your prayers. But shout out to her. Uh, Shout out to everybody that listens to the show. Um, and shout out to everybody that's just, hanging in there, doing their thing, just trying to have fun, have a ball, and hump them all. And yeah, that's
All
what's
right,
up.
cool. I guess it's on me then. I want to say November 5th is coming up Tuesday. Please go out and vote. Whether you're going to go left or you on right, I don't care. I do care. If you don't vote, please don't come bitching about the outcome. And let's not have another riot at the Capitol. You know what I mean? Because your motherfuckers is ignorant for that shit. And it was funny. It was entertaining. Fucking entertaining, I tell you that much. Motherfucker with the ram horn and shit, looking like a goddamn Viking, but you coming from Michigan. It'd be different if you had a Lions hat on. I would have respected it a little bit better, but you had a Vikings hat on. You ain't a fucking Viking. Motherfucker, that's in Minnesota. Get the fuck out of here. With some stupid ass shit like that. Hey, you know what? Uh, I'm an evil motherfucker, man. I'm an evil motherfucker because I done done so much dumb shit in my life, man. So much dumb shit. But it was all funny games. But shouts out to the old man. I love you, brother. Shouts out to brother Marcus. Playboy. Tell Alex I said I love him too. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the brothers. Shouts out to my brothers. You know what I'm saying? The fam. Pookie, Ray Ray, little Tink Tink.
No, ting ting.
Yeah, little Tink Tink.
I'm gonna give one more shout out. Shout out to all of those who come, whether you win or lose, whoever you pick. Shout out to the ones that are mature enough not to be sore losers. You sore losers that are gonna try to do stupid stuff like maybe capital raise the capital, which I hope you guys aren't stupid enough to do again. Um, you guys have have 10,000 several seats. Okay. Shout out to the non-sore losers. Shout out to those who will vote and be like, "Yo, I did, and I either got who I got or didn't get who I get. But if I didn't get who I got, all right, cool. Another 4 years of either good times or a crapshoot. You know,
Fresh out to Miss Coco. She over there cooking up some fish for Fresh and Soul. You know what I'm saying? Go check her out. Got nothing but love for my homie. You know what I'm saying? We go back like throwbacks and dropped out Cadillac wearing with faux flats. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? We go back. We go far back as doing flips on pitchy mattresses. You know what I'm saying?
oh,
That's how far back we go. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Brother Face. You know what I'm saying? We still got some business to take care of. You know what I'm talking about. I know you watching the show. Don't act like you ain't watching the show. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to them. I don't want to say the name of the place because they don't pay me today. Say the name of the place, but over there on Michigan Avenue in Merriman, I love, I love, I love the way y'all rub my feet. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Whew. I may show my feet next time just to show off. And nope, not gonna do it today. But yeah, go vote November 5th. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to the people out there. My family, I love y'all. All of my boys, my girls, my grandkids, and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm about to get off. I'm finna go spend some time with them. Listen to these people complain. It
fair
is what it
enough.
is. All right, brother. Let's go ahead and wrap this on up. And we out of here. Peace.